So in today's video, I'm going to tell you how I took Tracy from this to this. I used Alter Ego. It's a hair color line. It's an Italian hair color line, and I just started working with it, and I wanted to see how the reds performed. And so I'm just going to take you through my thought process as I'm getting to learn this color line and how it works and my thoughts and opinions on it. So come along with me, and I'll take you step by step on what. Hello, my fellow stylists, enthusiasts, and friends. I'm Maureen Moody, and I'm the Curious Stylist. And if you're curious and nerding out on hair color is fun for you, you may want to stick around. And to all my returning subscribers, you already know we're color geeks here. Here's some things to consider if you are struggling with red. Let's take this step by step so that we understand why I chose the things I did and how it can help you when you're behind the chair. So Tracy had been struggling to be a bright red. When I first met her, she just felt like she wasn't able to reach her desired level of redness. And so there were some things that we were incorporating in her hair color so that she could achieve the desired red that she was looking for. And so today we're going to work on just step by step how to achieve this look so that you can recreate it or use the techniques to at least work for you behind the chair. So step number one is determining what her natural level is. She is a natural level between a 4 and a 5. I think she's closer to a 5. But whenever you are determining somebody's natural level and you're not exactly sure what it is, you need to go down. So if she is between a 4 and a 5, formulate as if she was a 4. Used Alter Ego's 6-666. Yes, I know it's scary, but it is their brightest, most in red, intense color that they have. And part of the reason why I got this color line was for this reason alone. Getting reds just right can be a super challenging part of your career, and so picking the right color line can really help you. And that is part of the reason why I'm a big fan of this color line, because they do use ammonia, and I find the ammonia is extremely important when you're coming to reds and how they fade and how they wear. And I'm just in love with what's going on with this color line and how it's working. So yes, she is a natural level 4, and I took that into consideration when I formulated her. So one of the things I needed to do was remove all that depth, and that is the reason why we chose to go with a foliage. I really wanted it to have that natural-esque sort of feel, and I wanted the red to be a lot brighter on the ends than it was on the roots. So that is another reason why I chose doing a foliage. Now I can break down what I'm doing in my foliage in another video step by step, and if you're interested in that, please leave a comment below. So I am using 10 volume with Alter Ego's light blue lightener, and I'm going to be lifting her to a level 7, maybe 8 on the ends. If you are finding value in this content, please smash the like button and subscribe. I make weekly videos. By lifting to her 7 or 8, it creates a good background in order for her red, her intense red, to truly show up. Because her hair natural level is a level 4, it's not going to show the intensity that it can on the mid-lengths and the ends, and that is the reason why we're lifting her up. Now we don't have to lift to her 9 or 10 because that's unnecessary. She doesn't need it to be that bright. So between a 7 and 8 is great because you're not killing the hair and you're getting the vibrancy that you need. So that is a tip right there. problem of longevity, and that is something you need to let your guests know, that when you're using permanent hair color to make the hair super bright red, that the trade-off is that it fades a little bit quicker in the beginning. So as you keep refreshing this color, it'll last and hold longer, but the vibrancy and getting it to last can be difficult. So I recommend sending her home with a pre-pigmented conditioner such as Funk Hues Red. That's an oligo direct dye. I would put that in conditioner and she can refresh her color at home. So she needs to know that if she's going to be an intense bright red, it's going to be a while before she can be another color. She can't go blonde from this very easily. So where we're going for this is a Roger Rabbit, Jessica Rabbit sort of red, multi-dimensional, very bright on the ends, not browned out at all, and that was what I was looking for. So when I go to wash her hair, I'm going to wash all these lightener out and comb through it and put conditioner on it. I am going to apply this to wet hair. So when I apply this to wet hair, it's going to be 1:1. So that means if I'm using 40 grams of color, I'm going to be using 40 grams of developer. She does have some gray that I am trying to cover, but with the highlights and everything, it's going to be very multi-dimensional. So for her root shade, I use 25% 6-0 and 75% 6- with 3 6s. It's for her most intense red with 20 volume, and I wanted that for the best gray coverage. Now on her ends, I am going to be using a formula that is 1:1:1, and I'm going to be using 20 volume again, but this time when I mix up her ends, I'm going to be mixing 100% 6-666 with 20 volume, and then I'm going to be using a conditioner, and that's going to shear out the coverage but also add the vibrancy that I want. So let me break this down a little bit better. So if I'm using 30 grams of 6-666, I'm going to be using 30 grams of 20 volume and 30 grams of conditioner to shear it out. And I will be leaving this on for the full 25 minutes. This is going to ensure the longevity and the full. So actually, I think I remember I left it on for a full 45 minutes for that red to fully develop. And it's super important that when you're working with reds, that you give that pigment a full time to develop. You're going to get a richer tones, more controlled tones. Don't rinse this off in 15 minutes or in 7 minutes. It's not going to give you the full time that you need to develop. And you also want to make sure that when you're working with these vibrant shades that you fully saturate everything. You don't want to scrimp on this. You definitely want to lay this on and comb it through like you watch me doing this, because it helps to really make sure you cover that area really well. So make sure you massage that through or comb it through really well, or else you're going to have hollow spots in the color application and in the end result, and you don't want that. So by using the 20 volume with the red, that really helps to develop that pigment really fun and vibrancy, and it adds, like, the air bubbles in the peroxide help to activate that red and add the strength and the vibrancy. And part of the reason why I like using permanent colors with reds as the toner is to help really with that vibrancy, ensuring it. Whenever I've used like a gloss, sometimes it can brown out depending on the job, it can brown it out. But I find more success with shearing a permanent color out to get that vibrant color. So that's a really good tip right there too. So here is her before, and now you're just gonna see her after. It's a lot brighter. It's got a lot more true red going on it. And it's just really beautiful and vivid. So I'm gonna pop some more pictures so you can take a look at them. So I plan on making some more videos like this and some review videos. Please like and subscribe. I will be continuing with this education, and I hope to see you in the next video.